if I'm going to take on a feature-length project, I have to work within my resources and squeeze every last drop I can out of them, call in every favor, and get all the help I can muster. I'm going to have to start from scratch. This is where Chris Cola comes in. I made a couple appearances on his Show Ruiners series on his YouTube channel. And actually, I think that series is kind of on a bit of a hiatus as he's been focusing more on video essays. Please check those out. You can also check out the videos that I'm in, especially if you want to hear me sound like a total idiot, or you can just keep watching this video. Anyhow, we have been talking about starting a podcast about movies. And during that, it occurred to me that he writes, and I asked him if he'd be interested in co-writing a feature with me. And he spitballed a few concepts. We started batting them back and forth and came up with something. A movie about two guys with a podcast. It's like a real leap of unbridled creativity, I know. Thing is, it's something that, pretty much fits the bill. It's a core cast of two characters taking place in essentially one location. And, I can work with that. After all, it's pretty much what My Dinner with Skinner is. Although this will hopefully be, different than that. So we took the basic idea. We simultaneously wrote two outlines, about 1-2 pages. And then we compare them together. And the problem that both of our outlines had was scale. They were very good short film projects, but there just wasn't really enough there for a feature. From there, I spent a few weeks combining elements from both of our outlines and expanding upon them, and I got it up to about 10 pages and tossed it back to Chris so he could do the same. After that, I merged them together into an outline, which was about 20 pages or so, and basically a screenplay minus the dialogue. We got on a call the other day to discuss the next step, among other things, and here's a spoiler-free look at that conversation.
This is all it's going to be, is just us going, yeah, we did a great job.
We're so brilliant.
Yeah, and then it comes out.
This sucks.
Yeah. Well, that's what we're trying to avoid by all this planning.
Yeah, hey, that's what it's all about.
I guess I could work on the opening section if you like that, and that could kind of maybe set the tone of the what goes forward after that.
Yeah,
and you want to work on that case.
And then I think I'll do that first section, because that's probably the drier stuff anyway. We're not really doing too much character stuff in there, or we can address it later and find little places to add that, but it would be mostly focusing on the details of that case. And I think it's a very a pretty what's the word I'm looking for, complete outline.
Yeah,
it covers most details. Well, it is, for the most part, all of the action lines are in there, and it's just kind of missing dialogue.
So I guess we should just come up with a schedule then. When do we want these things?
Or a deadline, rather.
A deadline. Yeah. So let's say June 1st is when we want the first draft done.
First draft for a month.
Yeah,
that'd be. I think we can do it.
Yeah, I think so. And snap cut to later in your series where they in fact did not do it. But I think we can. Yeah.
Well, that's the other thing too. I decided to do the most insane, stupid thing, and that is document it as I go instead of, editing that together after the fact. And the thing is, though, this first chunk of it is the most important stuff, and it's the most boring stuff to show.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's going to be like, yeah, I'm writing uh, dialogue. Look at me go. Oh, I need to start putting together spreadsheets. Well, yeah, after this is
Yay.
like the spreadsheet section. So,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm going to show everybody that, even though it is kind of the most important stuff.
Yeah, we'll do a montage.
Hey, it's that failing to plan is planning to fail. And
Hmm.
as whenever anyone asks me about, you know, putting together pretty elaborate projects, especially like just by myself, is that like past you needs to look out for future you. So
Hmm.
it's like find the problems and like nip them in the bud. And then when it comes time to actually like shoot stuff, you can rely on the fact that you already thought about all that. You already made these decisions. You already, you know, avoided the problems before
Yeah.
the day of, and it makes it so much more fun. You're like, hey, you know what? Hey, I got these notes. I made these notes and broke everything down this way for a reason. I don't necessarily remember why, but I know that when I did it, I was really thinking hard about it.
Yeah, yeah, I completely agree with that mindset. And
And
the other key thing to think about is, done is better than perfect. If we
yeah.
catch ourselves getting too stuck on some small detail, we
Hmm.
could try to fix it if we have time, but, you
Uh,
know,
And I find,
we're on a
yeah,
schedule.
yeah, and I find that when you do hit like that, hit it that hard and front load it that hard, what you end up finding on the day of is a simpler way. So you're never kind of like, oh shit, I missed something or this isn't going to work. You're like, man, why did I do this as four shots in my shot list? This is like two max.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm looking forward to getting going on this.
Yeah, let's say June 1st is it's a ambitious first draft
Mhm.
goal. That said, it's also just a first draft. So
Yeah,
it doesn't have to be that polished. So I think we could pull it off.
I think so. All right. Well, let's make a movie then.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. Let's make a feature.
Yeah. I think there's a Red Letter Media episode where they talked about how, making a movie is fun until you actually start making the
Yeah.
movie.
Let's make a movie.
Ba, ba, ba.
Pop, 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 pop.
Yeah. Off we go. All right. We'll see you guys around. I'm looking forward to seeing what this turns into.
Yes, absolutely, man. Well, good talk.
Yeah, good talk.
Now we have a deadline for a first draft, June 1st. It isn't a ton of time, but I feel confident that we can get there. Um, there are two of us sharing the load, and I'm hoping for something in the 75 to 80 page range, minus the existing scene descriptions and action lines and all that. That turns out to be about 35 pages each. So 10 pages a week, roughly. And I think that's a very manageable pace. So wish me luck.